Okay, ready? Okay. Hey, good morning. How are you doing? Hopefully having a great morning. Thanks for streaming with us. Always make sure that my mic is on. My mic is on, so we're good. Sorry about the casual. Well, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't apologize. I got a little bit more of a casual look today. No tie, no coat. Hopefully it's okay, but we're going to talk about some serious weather. Let's move on over here so you can see the maps. There we go, and you can still see me, so that's great. Real quick, just say hi. Hey. Is that Lewis? How are you doing, Lewis? Thanks for joining. We got a lot of folks on. Let's see, Eric, how are you? Yeah, I think so. We're going to talk all about that. We've got some rain chances, no doubt. I'll show you the radar coming up, and I do think rain chances will be a little bit more tonight and tomorrow, and also the rain should be heavier tomorrow as well. And Dana, hey, how are you? And Ole, how are you doing? Yeah, I tell you what, places to the south had a heavy rainfall last night. We'll take a look at that as well. Okay, so we've got a flash flood watch that is in effect all the way in, through Thursday afternoon. Rainfall amounts, of course, they could be heavy. So we've got the flash flood watch in effect. Now, you may be asking yourself, well, it doesn't look like rain outside. Well, usually in this kind of a situation when we have sun like this actually makes the situation worse. And your next question is going to be, well, how does that work? Well, the warmer the temperatures, that means usually a little bit higher dew point too, and that is just fuel for any thunderstorms that develop. The best thing that could have happened to keep us from having severe weather and definitely to keep us from having heavy rainfall is for it to be overcast right now and temperatures down, but it looks like we're going to definitely be in the 80s. This morning I was forecasting high temperatures in the mid 80s, around 84. I think we're definitely going to hit that, and so there is the potential for some severe weather a little bit later on this afternoon. All right, here's the radar and what's going on. Let's go back. I think I can go back to last night. This was really interesting. This was last night at 11, and the storms had already been rolling for a couple of hours and lots of lightning strikes. Look at Catula. I don't know if you remember, but yesterday afternoon, we had an outflow boundary that came in from thunderstorms that were up in North Texas. And that outflow boundary was from around, let's say, Pleasanton to Victoria. And really that kept us from having the available potential energy that we needed for thunderstorms. So basically south of that line, that's where the thunderstorms were, and there was quite a bit of thunderstorm action last night. Look at all those lightning strikes around Tilden, George West, Beeville, and then finally played out. About 2 o'clock in the morning, when I got into work this morning, we had some gusty winds from the atmosphere just being worked over and the winds just rushing on the backside of those thunderstorms. Winds gusted up to 60 miles an hour at Simpson Airfield. We had a wind gust at the airport at about 35 miles per hour. So let's fast forward. This is what's going on now. You can see the clearing skies over Bexar County. Out west, clouds are building, and thunderstorms now are building as well. Nothing severe out there right now, Rock Springs, Kerrville, but I think that is a sign of some things to come. Let's see, temperature, dew points. Dew points from last night, we started off at around 70, but look what happened with those thunderstorms. Look at some of the dew points, and that's just a sure sign of the atmosphere being kind of really basically overturned, bringing some of that cooler and drier air down to the surface and just kind of mixing things out a little bit. But look at those dew points, some of the dew points in the 50s early this morning, and now we've got to have time to recover and starting to do that. Do you see what's happening there? The dew points are trying to recover. We're sitting at 69 where that outflow was we're just kind of right to the north of that, but still at Pleasanton, Floresville, still some pretty low dew points. Uvalde mid-60s, Kerrville coming in at 64. So the fuel is just not there yet for those severe thunderstorms to develop. But if the temperatures keep going up and the dew point comes up a little bit more, we definitely will have some fuel for some big thunderstorms, I think, later on. All right, current temperature is 80 degrees, 83 Pleasanton, Floresville coming in at 83. And this is what I'm talking about. Over in Kerrville right now, it's 69. What a difference. Fredericksburg, 65. Rock Springs, 58. No wonder these storms aren't severe. The temperatures are just way too cool. Uvalde's at 74, and Hondo's coming in at around 76 degrees. George West, Beeville already in the mid-80s, so those temperatures are warming up. Taking a look at the state map, what we've got going on is we've got a kind of a complex situation happening. We've got a dry line out west, and if you're new to Texas and you're like, what is a dry line? Well, that yellow thing out there, that is the dry line. You may be asking yourself, okay, I'm new to Texas, I'm new to San Antonio, never heard of the dry line. Well, it's a Texas-Oklahoma phenomenon, basically, and basically what it does is it separates desert air from the humid air from the Gulf of Mexico, and it's usually a pretty sharp line, and boy, today it really is. Big Bend is bone dry, but not too far to the east, it's really moist, and that usually is the focus for showers and storms. Well, you notice what happened. We've got showers and storms here that are kind of developing in advance of that dry line, but I think later on this afternoon we'll see more storms developing along that frontal boundary and the dry line out there to the west. So what does all this have to do with us? Well, we've got an upper level disturbance coming in. We're trying to recharge the atmosphere, and I think we're in the process of doing that. So let's go back to yesterday afternoon. Bam, you see those blue areas? Those are big thunderstorms that blew up just to the south of San Antonio. And as we head into today, these red areas that I've got on the map there, those are areas of vorticity advection, kind of like a spin in the atmosphere. I just call them, we'll call them disturbances just to make it easy. And you can see what's going on out there to the west. We've got more of these disturbances coming in, and if we destabilize enough, we should have some pretty good thunderstorms to develop later on this afternoon. All right, let me talk to a few folks, see what's going on here. Hey, Rachel, how are you? How's the weather looking for Seguin? I think next several hours looks pretty good. Later on, late this afternoon in Seguin, probably not. I think we're going to have some stormy stuff a little bit later on. Brianna, how are you doing? Oh, yes, that was a funnel cake. How did you see that? Was that already posted? I just did that yesterday. But yeah, funny stuff, right? And Deborah, oh, I know how you saw it. You saw it on social media, I think. Deborah, and keep the casual look. It's okay. Felicia, hi. I'm just hopping on. What did I miss? Well, you didn't miss. I'm going to recap you. Just stay with us. I've got you. And Edward, you got some wind damage. Yeah, by Stinson Airfield. Yeah, right there in southern Bexar County. Those winds were really rough last night. Sorry about your damage there. Okay, so real quick, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on this. This is the big upper level pattern. I basically showed you on the water vapor that upper level disturbance kind of coming in from the west. So rain chances today, good rain chances tomorrow. Some of the rain is going to be heavy, I think. And then Thursday, we might catch a break. We probably will have some showers around, but nothing too heavy, doesn't look like. And then look what happens as we head into the weekend. A big upper level ridge of high pressure builds in across the eastern part of the country, and I think that's going to zip tropical moisture in from the Gulf of Mexico and from the Caribbean right over us on Saturday. The computer models have been hinting that Sunday may start to cut off a bit, but I still think we're going to have some heavy rainfall on Saturday for sure, and maybe even into Sunday. And the flash flood watch goes until Thursday. But if this trend continues with what I see here on the upper level map, may have a risk of flash flooding over the weekend as well. All right, I'm going to use the HRRR computer model. I think that one is doing the best with all of these boundaries around and everything going on. You know, there's about 4 or 5 high resolution computer models that I have access to that I can show you. They're all over the place. I think that the HRRR is probably doing the best. It's got the clear notch there. We've got sunshine and see the showers out there in the hill country. So I think it's performing the best so far. And it says that thunderstorms are going to develop. Let's include Bexar County in that. I don't know why we wouldn't. Bexar County, Wilson County, Gillespie County, not Gillespie, but Guadalupe County, starting, let's say, about 3 o'clock. Keep an eye to the sky. Big thunderstorms should develop, and some of those might have some hail, some gusty winds, so especially from around 3 to 8 o'clock. that's going to be prime time for us. And then temperatures will cool down and things will relax a bit in the overnight period. And then I think with the main system coming in, more heavy rain should develop tomorrow, and it should rain pretty heavy at times late in the morning into the early afternoon period, and then should start to decrease as we get closer to evening. But some of the rain definitely could be heavy. The way I was figuring it, we probably till Thursday, we could pick up from here to Thursday 2.5, 3 inches of rainfall, just depending. So I think a good 2 to 4 inches of rainfall is definitely possible, including today's rain, tomorrow's rain, and Thursday morning. That's why we've got that flash flood watch in effect all the way through Thursday afternoon. There is a risk, a slight risk of severe storms. This is from the Storm Prediction Center, and it's including pretty much the I-90 corridor out towards Uvalde, most of the hill country, Bexar County, and now included Atascosa County, looks like Karnes County, DeWitt County. So a good portion of south central Texas later on this afternoon. I think we could have some pretty good storms. Just depending on how warm we get, mid-80s, you know, 1 inch hail, maybe a little bit larger, not everywhere, just in the stronger cells, and some gusty winds, 50 miles an hour, maybe 60. In the outside, if this sun stays out for a longer period of time and we get into the upper 80s, well, then everything's enhanced because there's more fuel. But I'm going with 84. That's what I went for a high this morning, and I think that's probably going to play out. All right, let's take a look at the rain totals. This comes from the European model, and this is through Thursday. My tabulation of the way I do it, it'd take too long to tell you exactly how. I take precipitable water, how efficient I think the rain is going to be, and then I kind of times it by the percentage that coverage area, and just come up with a number. I came up with 2.5 inches, and this computer model came up with 3. So anywhere between 2 and 4 inches is definitely likely through Thursday, and then at the weekend, if it works out the way I think it will, look at these numbers, another couple of inches over the weekend, and that's definitely possible. Here's the American model, the GFS, and through Thursday, it's got 4.8. So again, 2 to 4 inches, that's probably about right. And if we do see that, we will have some localized flooding, especially tomorrow. And then over the weekend, add a little bit more to that, maybe an inch or two, and we could have some localized flooding problems over the weekend. All right, time you've been waiting for. Let's get to the 7-day. Been a little long-winded today. Today, sunshine. Next couple of hours, and then clouds start building, thunderstorms start building between 3 and 8 o'clock. Some could be severe this afternoon. Not everybody's going to see severe weather, but you know how it is. This is convective, and so some areas will see some severe storms, some won't, but there will also be some locally heavy rain as well. High today, mid-80s. Tomorrow, staying in the 70s all day long. Main system kicks in, a really good chance of seeing some heavy rain, especially late in the morning through the afternoon period. Watch out, could be some localized flooding tomorrow. I think it's a distinct possibility. Thursday, 40% chance of picking up some mainly showers. I'm taking lightning out Thursday. I just think mainly just showers, kind of cooler, temperatures 70s most of the day, high at about 79. Friday, chance for scattered showers, mostly cloudy skies, high at about 82. And then Saturday, showers and some thunderstorms. Some of the rain could locally be heavy on Saturday, high at around 81. May have to take that rain chance down a little bit on Sunday, but still a pretty good chance for scattered rain. Still could have some heavy downpours. So flash flood watch goes through Thursday afternoon, but we'll have to watch the situation this weekend. Could have some more heavy rainfall then. All right, let me say hi to some more folks. Let's see, Robert. See, I've seen this before. It'll just before hitting. Okay, go down there and look and see what Robert has to say. And Barbara, by the way, Robert, thanks for watching. And Barbara, how are you? Coming from Baytown in the morning. Probably morning's going to be best, but you're going to run across some rain, Barbara, no doubt. Have a safe trip coming in. And Chivo, hey, how are you doing? And a little bit later on, Chivo, I think best bet for storms today going to be between about 3 this afternoon and about 8 here in Bexar County. All right. Well, thanks for joining us. Thanks for streaming with us. And I hope you have a great day. Go out and enjoy the sunshine for the next couple of hours before some of the rain moves in. All right. Have a great day. Oh, don't forget to watch us at noon, 4, 5, 6, and 10. and I'll be back tomorrow morning. All right. Have a great day. We'll see you later.